Are you ready? Are you ready? You think you can tell us what to do? You think you can tell us what to wear? You think that you're better? Well, you better get ready. Bow to the masters. Break it down! They generate into something fool. We just got tired of doing what you told us to do. That's a brace, boy. Yeah, that's a brace, little man. Break it down. They generate enough. They generate enough. You think you can tell me what to do?
What up, what up, what up? It's me, that's not my gimmick anymore. It is Break It Down Radio with these amazing gentlemen with me. Today is, of course, as always, we're going to start it off just fucking dandy.
I gotta say, that song, man, it's just one of the best. It's like, we talk about the GOAT. I think that's the GOAT of entrances, or even NWO would be my two picks. But every time who doesn't know that song, right?
Now, I'm going to have to stretch the video out. That's not me as the producer. It sucks, but I will be better next week. I will have something better. But yeah, today is the fallout. Today we'll be talking about SummerSlam and the fallout of the events afterwards, and other things that's happened in the WWE universe since last Saturday night. So this will be a lot of fun, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of differencing in opinions. So we might as well just go right down the match card. Night one, we had Roman J, Braun Breaker, and Bronson Reed, the Tribal Thief, and his Shula Fala. So, what'd you guys think of that? What'd you guys think of that whole match and that everything?
I'll be simple, quick. I'm glad it was the first match of the night. To me, you start with a banger of a match to start open a show. They did it. They had the star power they needed. I'm okay with the finish. It's entertaining, exciting, and of course, Roman loses his shoes. But okay, whatever.
No, and I agree, man. I like that it was the start of the show. It did set the tone for it and everything. But I got to say that whole Shula Fala thing, that kind of kills me, man. It's just like, I know it's like making fun of Roman Reigns and stuff and trying to be funny with it. It's just not good. It's just not.
Well, it got better. Even like, I know we'll talk about everything after, but what CM Punk did on Monday night after, when he got jumped by Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker and everything, like when he got beat up after the show went off the air, he went on Instagram, took a picture of his legs from his thigh down. He was wearing shoes. He's like, hey, at least I still have my shoes.
Nice.
Yeah. Like it's stuff like that it gives me. But yeah. I really did enjoy the first. There's honestly maybe one match all weekend. There's legitimately one match all weekend that was meh for me. There's just one, and that's very rare for me to say that. But this was not one of them. This was not that match. This match had everything that we wanted it to be. when Roman made his entrance and he looked like an absolute animal.
Mm-hmm.
He looked like $1,000,000. And I was like, holy shit. Like, that's not, don't want to meet him in a dark alley. He will light you up like 4th of July.
No, man, he was like, it had for me, it was a reminder of the original first ever when Tribal Chief started. Like, he looked that good.
And he just had that physique. He had that presence. And it was something that I feel like a lot of these guys nowadays, it's cool to see the guys that look like us, like look normal, like say a Kevin Owens and that. It's cool when they do it, but when they look like professional wrestlers, that's when it's like, all right, we're ready for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought it. He brought it and that match, as I didn't realize it because I'm looking at the times. That match lasted 21 minutes. It didn't feel like it went 21 minutes.
No, but can I just bring out that Roman still can get air?
Yes,
still get air.
Yeah.
I was so scared for him. I was like, "Oh, please don't land on your head. Please don't land on your head."
Talking about the one where he launched over top of the ring post,
or over the ropes.
Yeah, how the hell he did that? I was like, what?
He channeled his inner Taker at that point.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know, and I'm having a hard time with it. I know that he's only in there. He's filming a movie, I guess, what everybody says. I don't know. But he just continuously, I agree with Rico, I agree with Ryan, he continues to impress the hell out of me with his ability, with his agility, with his, no one can say he can't wrestle in that ring because he can.
I've never once said anything poorly about his in-ring skills. It's on the mic, he's just generic wrestler number 6. And that was my disconnect with him at the time. But like the more I see him, the more he just shows why he is the best in the world at this time. Like there's nobody that has the aura of Roman Reigns.
Yeah. And that movie, I can't remember the name of it. I know what you're talking about. It's actually with Eddie Murphy in there. I believe he's supposed to be like one of the bad guys in the movie.
Now, next up, we have the Tag Team Women's Championship match. Charlotte and Alexa defeating the Judgment Day. That match had everything that I wanted out of it. Like it did. And everyone that's watched the show and knows who the show is knows I'm not a current day Charlotte fan. She doesn't look right, or she didn't look right. Now she looks like she actually discovered what a sandwich is and she's eating properly. She doesn't look malnourished. She looks either that or she has gear that fits her. You know what I mean? Like, and that's great. And she looked good in that match. The storytelling was great between her and Alexa as well. I love the match. I thought it was really good.
No, and it's like she did the whole. It really looked like she did the whole where she just leaned completely out, and it just looked kind of sickly. But she was trying to lean out, and now she's starting to build her muscle form and everything back, and starting to look like Charlotte again. And that match I had no complaints about that match. Definitely no complaints on the winner of the match.
Oh, absolutely not.
I think Liv and her phenomenal. Liv? Yeah, Liv, right? Liv?
No, Alexa.
Alexa Bliss and her are amazing. I mean,
I'm not quite sure how to
two opposites, and like you said, Matt, Charlotte looked amazing. I mean, I was seriously concerned for her when she came back. She looked sick as hell, but now she has her timing down. Now she's got some weight on her. Now she's back to where she was. I have nothing bad to say about that. The right people won. That's a weird combination, but I love it. can't wait to see what they do with it.
You know, and the whole, like I was saying, like I think I feel like I can relate to that because when I leaned out, I was like 168, the thinnest I've ever been in my life, and I looked like a toothpick. But you know, you have to build. It takes time to build that lean muscle back up.
Hey, Matt,
going on, Duelist. So we have next up. We have in a lot of people's minds was the piss break match. I enjoyed this match. I don't understand why people thought it was so bad. But that's their opinion, to each their own, I guess. It's Sami Zayn and Karrion Kross. I thought it told the story it needed to tell.
Yeah, why would anybody even try to dog on that match? That was definitely not a piss break match.
There's people that think that that's just a piss break match and it just was awful, but I loved it.
Like I said, it was storytelling. Like they've been building up this story, and it just played further into it, and everything fit. The match was good. It was not a boring match where you're like, oh man, can I fast forward this or something? No, it was a good match.
Great match. Karrion Kross did what he had to do, did what he did, but I don't know. I hate reading dirt sheets and stuff like that. I've seen where they now Karrion Kross's contract is up and he might be done. And I think that's the dumbest mistake. But because you finally give the guy a chance, he does what he does, and now he might be gone. And that's just to me, that's heartbreaking.
Did you hear that crowd in the interview, post-interview, Triple H was on? People were chanting Karrion's name. We want Kross. And he says, you got him. You definitely got him. Yeah, he's not going anywhere.
I don't know, man. I've seen things where it leans all the way to where he's gone. I hope not. I hope I'm reading the wrong stuff.
I have a sneaking suspicion they're going to say he's gone, but you're going to see him turn up in either TNA or AAA, because you got to remember Karrion Kross was Killer Kross or the White Rabbit in Lucha Underground, and if he rehashes the White Rabbit to go to AAA, that's going to be pretty freaking cool. But if he doesn't, I just hope WWE is able to re-sign him. And if he does re-sign, if they choose to re-sign him, I hope that they actually do something more than just being a supporting character, because that's what his thing is right now. He just doesn't feel like he's it just doesn't feel like he is being used properly. You know what I mean?
Yep. No, I've been screaming that since he joined the main roster. Like, you are not using this guy properly. He can do so many things, and he proved it under Triple H at NXT, and we're not doing anything. And I think that's why Triple H is starting to really, really utilize him and start pushing him forward.
So next up, we have Tiffy Time defeating Jade Cargill. That match was solid. It wasn't the match that I was expecting. I was really hoping again for Jade to knock off Tiffy. But Tiffy's over like Rover, so there's no reason to take the strap off of her. There's just not. But what do you guys think about that match?
Well, I mean, I wanted Jade to win, but when I look at the whole, like you were saying, she's so over right now. Tiffy is. She's one of the big money makers and stuff. So why not keep pushing her, man? She's doing great. She really is. You start noticing, like, when she first came, and then now where she's at this point, like you see a lot of the signs in the audience that is just for Tiffy. There's a lot of Tiffy fans there. A lot of people paid to see her, and as long as she's putting butts in seats, they're going to keep pushing her.
Yeah.
But that match was good. I didn't have anything to complain about besides the outcome because I personally wanted Jade to win. That must be a lie.
I mean, so you guys talk about it's Tiffy time, it's push Tiffy time, but you got a woman in that with Jade Cargill that's been in the WWE for over a year. She came in out of AEW as a monster. She's built like a brick shit house. She's probably one of the best in shape women on that roster. Realistically, she should be kicking everybody's ass. And we have her lose to Tiffy time because we want to keep on pushing Tiffy time.
Well, I mean, let's look at it when Cody first came in. You know, we were all expecting him to win the title and stuff, but it just builds more to the story. It really does. Like now Jade has, now she's been to try to get that title, lost. Now let's see where she goes from there. It just builds up more, gives her more of a push.
I hope you're right, Rico. I really do. I hope that they're not going to miss the boat on Jade Cargill. I think if they do, they did exactly what AEW did, and they missed the boat as well. I think there needs to be a boat that doesn't get missed, but with Jade Cargill, because that's a talent that you cannot. I disagree with Matt the Duelist. I don't believe Jade Cargill is overhyped. I think that chick, given a chance, could be good. That's just my opinion.
Yep.
I mean, clearly, she, and again, this is all opinions here. Clearly, she's not being overhyped because if she's overhyped, Triple H and Nick Khan and all those guys in creative would be like, okay, we're done with this. This experiment was good while it lasted. We're going to move on. They clearly have a lot of stock in her, and she's going to be a champion at some point. I just think that they're going to pull the trigger. I can see her. I don't know if, again, my stat guy's in the chat, so he can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think there's been a woman to start at 1 and win the Rumble. That would be a perfect way to build Jade into an absolute animal. Let her come in at 1 and destroy the field in the Rumble. I mean,
yeah, show her dominance.
Yeah, because she looks. There's only one woman on that roster that looks like she could go and physically beat Jade, and that's Rhea. Those two are the and if you want my opinion, I think Rhea, where she is definitely the current and future of the WWE's women division, I think at times she can be overhyped and shoved down our throat. Like it's just how you look at it, because how many consecutive times did Rhea Ripley get a title shot before anyone else did?
Mm-hmm.
She was pushed. She got the Roman Reigns. She got the big dog Roman Reigns treatment. She just did. She was shoved down our throats, and that's why now everyone's like, "Oh, mommy, that's whatever." I'm not discrediting her at all. I'm just saying that I think that maybe she's been overpushed and overhyped to the point where we all bought into it, like the corporate machine tries to do to make stars.
And that's where I agree with you, is because when she was constantly getting that push, I was like, okay, that's a little too much. Let's let someone else kind of slide in this picture here. But it was always constantly Rhea, and she is great. She really is. But there was towards the beginning when she wasn't that great.
Cody said Rhea won it at 2022. And that's when Rhea went from here to here. You know what I mean? Like, they strapped a rocket to her, and she went in the next stratosphere. You do that to Jade, I'm just saying, I think she's got a better body as far as, like, physique is concerned than Rhea. I mean, don't get me wrong, Rhea's a very attractive woman. But Jade just looks like she'd whoop your ass and not think twice about it.
She's an Amazon. She's an Amazonian. Yeah. She really is. You just look at it. She's got the build to the T for it.
So, next up is my personal nightmare. I thought this whole ordeal just sucked. I hated this match. I thought it was awful, except for 2 spots. It was Logan Paul and Drew McIntyre being RK Roll or RK Jelly Roll or whatever. RK Roll. I thought this match was awful.
It wasn't, I'll just say, it wasn't a traditional wrestling match, and we knew it wasn't going to be. You know, because you got Jelly Roll in there. You know, he has been busting his butt to get good. Not saying he hasn't, but, you know, it was more of just a beat down, let Randy come in and clean house. That's what it was for me.
Well, it was Jelly Roll's idea not to go over.
Really?
Jelly Roll made that call. Yeah, Jelly Roll said, "I don't want to go over. I want to put these guys over."
That was very courteous of
him. The 2 spots that I thought were good was the table spot on the outside, and then that frog splash that Logan Paul did was insane.
The fact that he grabbed his drink and put his shades on, I was like, man, okay, that was awesome.
I will say this: I'm slowly turning into a Logan Paul fan.
Well, you know.
No, I did not, baby.
I'm gonna say Scott's already got his T-shirts, his action figures. He's Logan Paul all the way.
Is
that right, Scott? You're a Logan Paul fan too? That's awesome.
No, I'm just saying, I thought that was a horrible display of whatever they want to call it. My least favorite, it showed why we talk about this every time there's a WrestleMania, there's a SummerSlam, there's whatever. We share it all the time about why we don't like superstars in the ring that don't belong. Now, Logan Paul's an exception because he has worked his ass off to become who he is, and he's a damn good wrestler in the ring. He's a high flyer. He showed it. Matt even commented on it. My thing was, I wish Jelly Roll would have just continued walking back to the fucking back and being done. He looked bad. He looked like he just got his ass whooped.
Well,
and
Andrew said this when we were watching it. He goes, "Dad, you know he's not hurt. Why are they helping him to the back? You know he's not hurt. He's going to get back into the ring." Because they were taking, like, it took Jelly Roll the same amount. It took Jelly Roll the same amount of time that fuckface Travis Scott took to get from the, you know, like, seriously, like, if you're an entertainer, entertain people in other aspects, not on my wrestling screen. Travis Scott can go to hell. Jelly Roll, come on, bud. I love your music, but you're not a wrestler. Sorry.
It looked bad. It was horrible.
Jelly, I'll be the guy to defend you here, man.
I felt bad for him.
I thought for your first time ever being in the ring, you did what you had to do, and you did a good job.
He looked gassed as hell, bro. He looked bad. It was all like, oh, my God.
He looked more blown up than Jey Uso when he comes out of the goddamn crowd to get to the ring. That's how blown up he looked.
He looked horrible.
Once again, first time ever in the ring. You got to have a lot of stamina.
I did enjoy his Undertaker, his choke slam. That was fun. But I mean, when you got a 6'7" dude that he slammed, that makes that look easy.
I will say this: the one really positive thing I will have for Jelly Roll is he can take an ass whooping. He can take an ass whooping because he took one. He took a mighty ass whooping between McIntyre and Drew and Logan Paul.
Next
up, we have CM Punk and Gunther. The match itself, we're not talking about the shenanigans after the match. We're talking about the match itself was arguably, in my opinion, a match of the year candidate. I truly believe that this is in the top 5 matches of 2025 so far.
Until it ended.
I can't really disagree with that one. I really can't. I want to, but I can't.
Gunther and Punk told a tremendous story. And no, Cody, we've had this discussion before. Cody says 10 minutes too long. No, it was the perfect amount of time. It was, and again, Duelist. If you've seen the movie, I will let you have that. I'll let you have that reference. But if you haven't, no, we're not going to give it to you. So it was Rocky IV, folks. It was the American taking on the mighty Russian, but in this time it was Ukrainian with Gunther. It told the story. It told every underdog. Punk had no business even touching Gunther. And Rocky IV, Punk told the story that Punk told the story Sami Zayn couldn't at Mania last year.
Yeah, facts. 100% facts. But this is all something I really agree with Mr. Cornette on. I felt like it did go a little too long. It was a great match, but they extended a little bit longer than what it needed to be.
Well, it was only a half hour. It was only 30 minutes.
Yeah, it felt too long. I would just say, as you're watching it, you're not paying attention at the time. You're just like, man, holy crap, this match went way too long.
I think, and again, this is just me being a Punk fan. It sucked watching Seth Rollins come down and cash in. It sucked. I know that's your boy. I know you're a big Seth guy. You loved every minute of it.
Yes, I did.
And he played everybody. Everybody. And in a way, I'm happy I was wrong, because it allows people, and I hate being this guy. It allows people like Cody who can read shit like a book, second guess shit now, because kayfabe is slowly starting to return. It's not going to be all the way back. Will never be all the way back. But kayfabe is starting to be implemented a little bit more, and that's good. We need, as fans, to have kayfabe back and be able to watch wrestling for what it is, and that's the entertainment. And I'm glad that I was wrong. I'm so happy. I'm over the moon happy that I got worked.
Yep.
It just sucked that my guy got fucked. Like, that's, I mean,
I felt bad for Punk. I did, because he's worked so hard to get there. But in the same sense, I was like, this is what happens when you constantly, like, things are getting leaked and everybody always knows what's going on. So there's no more surprises. So now you have to create a surprise. And I love the way how that worked out, because it continues that story with him and Punk. stating, "I will never let you be champion."
He was on the Rich Eisen show. I don't know if you guys know who Rich Eisen is.
Heard that.
He used to be a ESPN guy, and he does a lot of with the NFL Network. Well, he was on the Rich Eisen show while he was injured, and he was on his crutches, the whole shebang, like everything. And Rich Eisen made a post on TikTok with, "Hey, I see you, Punk. I see you, Punker. You know, like, not Punk. I see you, Seth Rollins. I see what you did there." And the day after, the Monday after, Seth Rollins explained to him that there was 3 people that knew outside of him. It was Becky, his wife, and Paul Heyman. Those are the only 3 that knew about that the injury was fake. Everyone else in the back they knew nothing. And he told his daughter, who's in preschool, that says, "Hey, I have a pretend boo-boo, but you can't tell anybody." and his preschool daughter, the very first person she told the next day was her preschool teacher. And it was kind of a cool story. And then one of the guys from Rich Eisen's show goes, "Hey, I got you a slice of pizza when you were sitting down, and I went and got your stuff for you. You were working us?" He goes, he kind of chuckled. He's like, "Yep, sure did." So he worked us all. He worked us all.
I'm the only one. He didn't work me. I told you. That was all fake as shit. That ruined that match. That ruined that storytelling. That was, I mean, I get it. Yeah, we're gonna prolong the CM Punk and Seth Rollins thing. Yeah, I get that. But you took away from a damn good match with Gunther. And now we got this. I don't know. I think it's. I don't know.
It didn't take away from the match. It did not take away from the match. The match was great. Had a great ending to it.
Are you remembering anything about that match other than Seth Rollins dropping them fucking crutches and going, "Hey, look at me. I worked you all." No, you're not. You're not talking about that. I do. I remember. You're talking about the fact that he was there and he's an opportunist.
He ruined Punk's celebration.
He's an opportunist. He's a jackass. I hope to God he does. I hope to God he's not champion for long.
So what's your thing? Do you remember anything else or do you remember when John Cena on any of the Money in the Bank cash-ins? Do you remember anything of the match prior?
From what? Any year?
Yeah.
No, because I'm not as smart as you. Okay.
No, I'm not saying that. Like, I'm kind of agreeing with you. You don't remember the match itself. You remember that moment, and that's fine. But I can sit there and say, you know what, Gunther and Punk had a better, and I'll say this, Gunther and Punk had a better match than what Seth Rollins and Gunther could have had. Because their two styles don't gel. Gunther and Punk had a good match. Gunther and Rollins probably not so much.
And that's my point. So Seth Rollins, in my opinion,
he's the modern day Edge.
In my opinion, he is not good. He's not.
Whoa.
No,
Let's just
you're not going to have a CM. If he was as good as CM Punk, is, and always will be, Matt wouldn't have made the comment about him not being able to put on a good match with Gunther. If Seth Rollins is as good as he is, he should be able to wrestle a mop and the mop look good. But he couldn't wrestle Gunther and make Gunther look good. He'd wrestle Gunther and Gunther would make him look good.
I think that they just wouldn't gel together. I don't think either of them would carry that match. I think that their styles are so polar opposite. Gunther's just in there to beat your ass, and Seth Rollins wants to do all of his
Seth
crazy
Rollins
spots he does. I think they're just totally different. It'd be like telling Hulk Hogan when he was around that, hey, sorry, we got you in a match with Ultimo Dragon. You know, they're completely polar opposites.
I'm trying to think about this. Is there one person that you can tell me that gelled with everybody in the ring and never had an issue with anybody in the ring?
I couldn't tell you that. But what I'm trying to say, Rico, is I don't know. He's an opportunistic.
Okay,
he's an opportunistic person. He is why that faction is. Well, that's not even a faction. He is why that. Are they a faction
Division now? Yeah, they're called Division.
He is why that is not going to be around long. I hope that it won't be around long, because it doesn't make sense. It doesn't gel. You got two geriatric goofballs with Seth Rollins.
There's always a plan B.
And I hope Seth Rollins gets.
I see what you did there.
I hope he gets his ass kicked in Plan B.
No, like I was saying, Seth Rollins is current day what the Rated R Superstar Edge was. He was the ultimate opportunist.
I get that.
And that's what having the Money in the Bank is. It's the second time he's cashed in. He had the heist of the century and the ruse of the century.
I guess that's why I hate the Money in the Bank, Matt. Matt and Rico, is because you're right. What do I remember from the match before he cashed in? Nothing. And it's been even last year was so quick, boom, and it was over. You know, and I wonder what the outcome would be if Seth Rollins had a real match against CM Punk. Right? No, you can't do. Well, but I want to see it again. I don't want to see a 5-second cash in. Oh, I'll take advantage of him. No, if you're a champ, you shouldn't need that damn. You shouldn't need that match. You shouldn't need that damn briefcase. I hate the briefcase.
Listen. The reason why you get the briefcase is so you can take that opportunity. That's the whole purpose of it, no matter what. And just like you said, Matt, he is the new Edge. Because Edge took every opportunity to get that cashed in.
Give it to a person that, sure, he won. Oh, then by the way, he really did. How many people did he have to go through to win the Money in the Bank? Let's be real about this Seth Rollins guy. If I remember, he got that gifted to him as well.
So, night 2 kicks off with Rhea Bloody Ripley, Io Sky, and the traffic cone. The caution tape. Enough is enough, and it's time for a change.
Mm-hmm.
She's not a nugget. She's Naomi. She would have been down to the ring a lot faster, but look how damn her butt is. Yeah. I will say this: the best part of her was the fact that her dad played her to the ring. That was sick as shit. Mm-hmm. That is really cool.
You know, and because I hate it, because when you see people, you know, the lovable people on the internet, I'm talking about you people. You sit there and you dog and I'm like, "Wow, that was so stupid." Her dad being there. Man, you have no idea what that means to her to have her dad play her freaking entrance music. That is so awesome. That was awesome for her. Shut up, let it go. That was a great entrance.
That's one thing WWE does do. I like that. They've done it, with their entrance music, especially on their grandest stage, right? SummerSlam, the WrestleManias, and all those. They do a damn good job with the introductions, the intro music and stuff. And I thought that was sick as hell. Like you said, Matt and Rico, her dad playing her music. She needs new gear. That's all I got to say. I mean, I don't mind her. I don't mind her as a wrestler, but get some new gear, and whatever. It's time for a change. I mean,
enough is enough. And
Yep,
it's
and
time for a change.
I don't know, like I don't mind the gear because it goes with, she always says proceed with caution, and she's letting you know she's not taking anything lightly anymore. She's not sitting there being, oh, let me jump around and dance for you. I'm gonna take what I want, and I'm not answering to nobody.
and I get that. And I like that. I do like that switch for her because that other comical goofballish thing was not a great fit for her. But if you're gonna be a badass and you're gonna take what you want and when you want, then get some not caution tape. I guess is what I'm trying to
Not caution.
throw caution to the wind. I don't know.
Naomi, Rhea, and Io showed why they are three of the best in the business right now.
Yes, absolutely.
Everything that they did was beautiful. The match, in my opinion, just flowed perfectly. There wasn't any hiccups. There was just, it just felt like, they've done this before. Oh wait, they have done this before. But in my opinion, it was just, this match was just, I have no notes. It was just amazing. I thought it was really good.
Only thing I'm missing from it was Tony Storm. That would have been kicking.
Timeless Tony.
That would have been epic.
No,
Tits up,
I got
chin up,
man,
tits
like
out, and watch
that
for the
was
shoe.
especially just night 2, man. I don't know if you guys agree with me on this. I feel like night 2 had the better matches. I just do.
Night 2 was WrestleMania. Was better than was WrestleMania caliber.
Mm-hmm. And those 3 girls, man, that is why they're in the position they are. They put on the show. They told the story of they're all 3 hungry for that title, and they would do anything to get it. And they beat
What's
each other.
crazy is Io Sky being I think I read 35 years old. Like she's on like the back half of her career as a professional wrestler. And where Rhea Ripley's only 28. Think about that. Rhea's only 28. Yeah.
Oh, crap.
She's going to be around for a while. And then Naomi is probably around 33, 35 herself. But they are, again, we all can agree, I'm pretty sure that those 3 are just amazing.
They're definitely the future of or they are the women's division. Absolutely.
Next up was the car crash on ladders. That match was everything that I think it was everything that we all wanted.
Okay, I'm gonna say one thing, and I thought about my brother when this happened, and mind you, I was not feeling good. I don't 101 temp, so I was watching this not feeling good, and I thought I heard myself agree with Matt for the first time in my life. I think, maybe not the first time, but I agreed with him. I'm like, now I do not. I still stand firm that I want to see at Slam or whatever that the pay-per-view in October is for TNA. I want to see the Hardy Boys because I think the story is going to unwind and the Hardy Boys will be there and it's going to be back in TNA and everything will be done. But you took away from a damn match again. I don't need to see who's in the crowd. I don't care that the Hardy Boys are roaming around the crowd. I don't care that the Dudley Boys were there. I don't. I cared about who was in the ring doing what they were doing. And those guys did a damn good job. And of course, the Wyatt 6 wins, whatever. Cool. But I agree, Matt. You could have camera.
Rico, get the tables.
Yeah,
you know what? You could have camera panned it and not made a big deal about the old timers being in the show.
No, I'm sorry, man. I think that's a respectful thing. Like, these are guys who helped pave the way, especially for that tag team ladder match. And that was just showing them props, respect, and giving them their flowers, man. Just letting them know, hey, man, these guys are
I
here.
agree with that. I agree with that, Rico. But yeah, I see what you're saying, and I thought that myself. But that was the only reason why I was like okay with it, because they were giving those guys the flowers they did deserve, because those guys did. Those two tag teams were probably two of the best back when we were watching wrestling as a kid.
I really hope that Jeff Hardy didn't see that Tommaso Ciampa Spider-Man spot and try to do it, because if he does it, he's gonna break his goddamn head. You know what I'm talking about, right? That Spider-Man spot where he goes whoop. It's like, huh? Yeah, I hope Jeff Hardy doesn't go, okay, bet, hold my beer.
Yeah.
You know,
watch in October, you'll see.
Oh my god.
But yeah, man, when they all, like, my favorite, and I think a lot of people agreed with it, was when they all just took turns one by one going through tables. I was like, wow, man. Well, that match was everything that you asked for and more. Like,
my favorite spot wasn't the table spot. It was when Montez Ford went just absolutely airborne. Dude. Like, to avoid that table and take out, like, he went over and he cleared the goddamn ring post. Yeah. I was like, Jesus.
So I said,
Montez got pogo sticks, man.
But I love how they pay tribute to 3D. Get the tables. Yes. Street Profits, man. Love those guys. All the teams did good. And I was really trying to pull for Andrade and freaking Ray, man, because those two worked good together. Yep. They did, man.
Now, I really wish, because I understand that they're on different shows and everything, I really wish they would have let Penta team with Ray at least just this once.
Right.
And bring the Lucha Bros back together. Because you look at the fact that you had the Wyatt Stick, you had DIY, you had Motor City Machine Guns, you had Street Profits, and if you would have had, to me, I think it would have been nice to see Lucha Bros tag one more time. Hopefully we get it.
After the draft, they will be on the same show.
Hopefully.
TNA, October. They're going to interfere. They will. They're going to cost the Hardy Boys the championship. You watch.
Anyway, next up we have the Becky Lynch-Lyra match. Now, if you can see past the mistake that Lyra made, it was a tremendous match. But you have to be able to see past that. I was able to see past it because I just chose to ignore it. Mm-hmm. There are certain members of the community who didn't like it. And if, Scott, do you know what I'm talking about? Or
I honestly will say this. I was watching it, but I was like watching it. Okay. I'll be honest.
Rico, do you know what I'm talking about?
I think, which spot was it? Because I think I know what you're talking about.
It was the zip ties.
Yes.
Okay, so she was zip tied out front, right, Scott? She was zip tied, and at a point, one hand slipped back or slipped out. Obviously, you're sweating. She's not, and they're not gonna tie him tight because
right.
And she does one of these things, like she slipped almost all the way out, and you can see her do this to try to like force it back in there, like it's on camera. I'm like, Lyra, okay, just ignore it, Matt. Just watch but I thought the match was really good.
Well, it was, man, and that's why I got to say, the wrestling community, tell me you guys can go in that match every single week, sometimes twice a week, and not make a single mistake. Tell me you can do that. And then you have the right to brag. People are going to mess up. They are professional sports entertainers, and once in a while, they're going to have a mess up. It's just human nature. It's going to happen.
These are the
Especially
same
on
people.
Buttercup.
Yep, these Rico are the same people. I about croaked when I heard how much content creators are that paid this SummerSlam weekend to go watch SummerSlam, and then they want to bitch about it. There's a content creator out there who went to both nights, and they sat on the floor. And there was another content creator that sat on the floor with him. He paid over $10,000. And you want to bitch about someone doing the zip tie thing? You need your head examined if you're going to spend over 10 grand on a weekend of wrestling. I'm sorry. Yeah, I said it. Internet community. Oh my God.
Bro, I'm going to say, bro, you spent over $10,000 in freaking tickets for a weekend? Are you freaking kidding me? There's some people who would just give a left toe just to even go to a show, a PLE. And you went to 2 of them and you're complaining and you spent over 10. Shut up. Just shut up. Man, people freaking crap.
10 grand.
10 grand.
10 grand.
Now you bought T-shirts. You bought T-shirts and a hotel room, but $10,000.
Okay.
And then you want to make videos to complain about a damn mistake that you probably didn't even see because you were on the floor. No, shut up.
Here's my deal. So this guy, he paid $10,000. There are people in this world that annually bring in I bring in like $35,000 to $40,000 a year.
Yeah.
You're spending a quarter of their fucking paycheck for one weekend. Tell me where that makes sense.
My thing is that the fact that you complained about it, man. You complained about it. Talk about being. I'm just gonna show you.
I say this daily, and if Cody's still watching this or he watches this back, he knows what's coming. I wish I had his life problems. I do.
Cody's life problems or this guy's life problems?
Well, I say this to Cody because he bitches a lot about stuff that is stupid. Yeah. And again, Cody knows that I say this. I wish I had your life problems. But to be fair, yeah, I wish I had this all. And it's all. What's the name? Owens or whatever.
Oh, no, he's not. Conan is what I'm talking about.
Oh, Conan. Oh, Conan. Good job, bud. Spend that money. Spend that coin. And I wish I had your life problems. And you know what? Tell Santy I said hi, too, because he's probably sitting right next to you complaining the whole way, too.
With Wheezy?
Now, Wheezy, on the other hand, she works very hard for her money. Yeah. And I will not say anything disparaging. She's a Lions fan. She's a Lions fan. She's from Indiana. She's a good girl. No. I will not ever say anything poor about her.
I'm not asking that.
I like Wheezy. I got respect for Wheezy.
All I'm saying is
she knows her shit, too.
And maybe Conan might not have said it exactly, but my point was,
it's still a good shit.
These content creators that go to these events are the same content creators that overreact to shit, make videos that they were shocked that's whatever, and then you want to post and say, I spent $10,000 on SummerSlam, and like you're bragging. Fuck, shut your mouth. Who cares?
That's weird flex, man.
And maybe it's because I'm jealous that I didn't get to go. Last year, my brother and I were supposed to go, but things didn't work out. And you know what? I wasn't going to pay $800 a night to sit in the top level. No. I could sit at my house, drinking my beer, sitting watching my show for nothing.
That's a weird flex. I never understood that.
My thing for people who want to sit there and complain about the show not going the way they wanted it to, or, slip-ups happening and not being perfection. tuck your vajayjay lips back in and shut up. Suck it up
So-
to the men out there, not to the women, to the men.
We have 3 more matches. And we're almost to the hour mark. Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, all gas, no brakes. You know what I mean? I thought the match was not as good as I was hoping. I thought it was still good. I thought it was a little overbooked, just slightly overbooked, but it served its purpose. And Big Jim just looked like $1 million fucking bucks taking out all 3 members.
It pains me to even say this. It wasn't just like it, but it was close to reminding me of the build up to the WrestleMania match of Jay and Jimmy and just not having a good production of it. Like it had a very good build up and stuff, but in the match, and Jacob's just flawless, man. That guy's crazy. And I'm not dogging Solo. It's just it wasn't as good as it was hyped up to be. I guess I'll say that, you know.
Yeah, I wanted more. We didn't get what we wanted.
Right.
Yeah, so internet people were complaining because, you know, we thought it wasn't that good. Go suck a toe.
I thought it was great. But I wanted Jacob Fatu to win, obviously. I get what you're doing. I get what WWE's doing. Gotta give that win to Solo. Whatever. I hated how it ended. But I loved how Solo's boys got left in the ring while he runs with his little pussy ass mohawk back with his big 8-foot whatever that guy is.
Talatanga.
That guy's a beast, man. I gotta just say that. That guy's a monster. But I liked it. I thought it was cool. It had everything I thought it would have in it. But I didn't pick Solo to win.
Yep, and that's where I feel like him running away and stuff, that puts a little sour taste in his teammate's mouth right there, showing him like, hey, man, he didn't have your back. He left you out for the wolves, literally.
Yeah. And I think you're going to see the cracks in the foundation of that happen real quick. So it's like, I don't want to revisit, but just like I think you're going to see cracks with Bronson Reed and Breaker with Seth, because how much more of, again, Seth Rollins is another Solo with the faction. They're so caught up in themselves. And Matt would tell me, well, they're being a heel. They're doing their job, which they are. They're doing a great job. Don't get me wrong. But there's cracks that are going to be exposed, and I can't wait to see that.
So we followed that up with another amazing. This match took everyone back to Eddie. Everything, it had Eddie's fingerprints all over it, and we all loved it. We ate it up. The lowrider, AJ's kid bleached his hair blonde and wore the same outfit Dom did back in 2006. So good.
Mm-hmm.
So good.
Didn't you send me that, Matt?
It's on.
You sent me on TikTok, didn't you?
Yeah, it was like, and they kept telling the story in the match, and that's what just made it even more great. It was like I couldn't stop cracking up with the double chair. I'm gonna knock myself out. That was just cracking me up.
That was
they
good.
did really, really good. That was my favorite match of the weekend. That was right there. That's my personal pick. I don't care.
That had everything that it needed to be. It was just it was a very entertaining match from start to finish, and like it started with the it started with the entrances. It really did. I'm saving it, and I'm gonna send it to you.
Man, I loved it. It had everything. I mean, the lowrider, the tights, and then Matt said, I hope I can get it because Dom was on Busted Open.
Oh my God, this is such a good.
One of my favorite shows to watch is Busted Open with Bully Ray and the Greco. It was so good. It was so.
Hold on.
And,
I'm
and
sending it to you.
Dobbs stayed in. He stayed shooting.
We talk kayfabe. We always talk like I said earlier. Kayfabe is coming back, and it's because of guys like Dom. It's because of guys like Seth Rollins that aren't afraid to be kayfabe, right? Like it's what the business has been lacking for the last 15 years. You know, and I hope they continue trending like this. I really do.
Yeah,
because
it's
Dom's just an asshole. But he's a lovable asshole now. You know what I mean? Like I hated him. I hate him. I thought he was greener than goose shit, but then he fucking turns into this. It's just amazing.
So yeah. Okay, want to hear it? Want to play it?
Yeah, go ahead.
This is Dominic explaining his viewpoint of SummerSlam.
I didn't really know AJ was gonna do that as far as like coming out with the lowrider and his Latino Heat style shirt, even his tights. His tights were to the T what Eddie wore in 05. So for me, that was a little bit surreal, and I had no idea that was gonna happen. But in my head, my thought process was, okay, 05, this is what my deadbeat dad was wearing. So let me take that and upgrade it to my style, my version, Dirty Dom, greatest Mysterio of all time. So I rocked that same style blue, but just Dirty Dom'd it out a little bit. So basically you got, 05 Ray and Eddie to 2025 Dom versus AJ.
You're probably the greatest Mysterio sports entertainer of all time.
I appreciate you, because you're one of the few that have seen the light. I've only been doing this for 5 years in ring, and I'm already so much better than he was in every way, shape, and form. Like it's not even funny.
If you haven't earned his respect by now, then that's on him.
Yeah.
Because of everything that you've done, right?
Fuck him.
Oh my God!
Man,
you gotta love him. I hate him. I hate him so much. I love him. I don't know what to say. The guy's a piece of shit.
He's like, good.
When
Fuck
he
him.
first came in and stuff, and he was tagging with his dad, and he's doing little matches here and there. You can just see him slowly growing, and I'm like, man, like me and George talk about it, Nikki D, and I'm like, I think this kid's gonna really be good, man. He's learning from one of the best of all time, and he gets to soak everything up from everyone else. And he's not just soaking it up. He's not just studying. He's actually using it. He's putting everything he learns in the ring, utilizing every tool that he has, and he's a great heel. He freaking is a great heel, man.
I love it. He goes to Bully Ray. He goes, you're the only one that's probably seen the light. He's awesome. Anyway, go ahead. What's the last match?
The last match of the night, obviously, Cody Rhodes getting the job done. It's Super Cody versus Super Cena. The match probably should still be going on because they are hitting crossroads, kicking out, getting F5 or not F5 attitudes adjusted onto the ramp. Oh my God, this match it basically said, okay, it's a Punk Gunther, bet, hold my beer. We'll show you how it's really done. And that right there is now my front runner. The two matches, the two main events were the front runners, or they're the front runners for match of the year. Period. And that's on my list. Those two matches were amazing. They're my two favorite matches of the year so far.
Well, no, man, and what we just talked about it, that AJ and Dominic, that's one of my matches of the year. I loved it because I loved how they did everything. But the Cena and Cody Rhodes, man, Cena, like, went back to Cena, and pulled out some old tricks that you haven't seen in a long time, like since freaking, oh my goodness, wow, what was his name? OVW. What was his name? I can't remember. Anyways, he pulled out some OVW stuff, and I'm just like, oh my goodness. Like,
well, those knee pads he wore were the OVW knee pads.
Mm-hmm. And I just both of them did so good, man. Cody showed he can stay with them toe to toe. Just everything that Cena did, Cody did right back, and they just gave each other everything they had. And that's what you ask in a wrestling match, man. They give each other all they have, and they give you a show at the same time.
And this match was basically this. That's Cena going, here. It's yours now. Mm-hmm. Don't fuck it up.
Yep.
And I don't think Cody's going to fuck it up. I think Cody understands the assignment, and he's going to take it from here and keep going here. Yep. I truly believe so.
I hope so. I really do. I hope so.
So.
No, I hope so. Well, I mean, I'd rather see him do that than Seth Rollins do that. So I'm hoping he does that. But my thing of it, my problem with this is it left me going, okay. In my opinion, again, I have right to have my opinion, right? If I was to rebook the whole thing from WrestleMania to now, I told this to Matt, I think I told this to Rico both. I think WWE worked brilliantly, but too fast. In my opinion, would have had. I mean, you had the Rhodes, you had Dakota Rhodes twice, right? You had The Rock, not The Rock. You had you had CM Punk, you had Randy Orton. You need to have those type of guys, and I get it. Brock Lesnar's top five of his feuds. I get it, and that's what they're going for, and I get it. I think Matt's what told me, or Rico might have told me. See, Cena is the one that's asking for it the way he's asking for it. He wants it done this way. I get that. I'll respect to him. But I wish I would have seen the Cody Rhodes match at the end of the year, or even the CM Punk match at the end of the year. That's only because I'm not a huge Brock Lesnar fan. And I hope they show that over at Clash of the Castle over in Saudi Arabia. Because I wonder what they're going to do next.
Well, they're going to have that over in Saudi Arabia because Brock's so over there.
Well,
they freaking love him.
The next pay-per-view's in Paris.
I wish, and I'm not saying Brock Lesnar's not a star power, because he's a beast. He has that, he has that one move. We talk about Hogan must pose. Brock must do his F5. I wanted to see something different to end John Cena's career.
Well,
you will.
I hope that we see The Rock.
My answer to that, Scott, is just, no, seriously. I truly believe this. Either one or two things are going to happen at the end of the year, his final match. It's either going to be the People's Champ, The Rock, or it's going to be Roman Reigns, GOAT against GOAT. Like, that's going to, one of those two is going to be his final match.
I hope so.
I would love, and it won't happen because he's AEW. We're missing out on Cena Edge one last time. We're missing out on that, and it sucks because that rivalry was amazing. It was one of the best. And
Gunther, I get it.
But the thing is, Gunther and Cena have nothing. Like there's no and we only have 3 months, and Cena's gone. 4 months, and Cena's gone. So we don't have time for, especially when we have Brock Lesnar and possibly Rocky or Roman. Like we don't have time to get that in. Because it just doesn't work.
Right.
And I don't know. It doesn't.
But
as
no,
far as Brock Lesnar, listen. I'm going to say this right now. People on the internet are losing their mind. And I've tried my hardest not to really speak on it. Clearly, the WWE/TKO isn't concerned with the Janelle Grant situation. It's clear.
Mm-hmm.
They are a multi-billion-dollar corporation. Their legal team, I promise you, their legal team, to quote the one, the only Cody Cornette, dotted their T's and crossed their I's. They're not going to just throw someone on screen who is going to be a convicted felon within the next 6 months. That's not how a business operates. Is it a bad look that he's part of the lawsuit? Yes. Could they have not done it? More than likely. But from what I'm reading, and again, I shouldn't read the dirt sheets because they get me in trouble, John Cena asked for Brock Lesnar because he is one of John's big rivalries. And that's why Brock Lesnar came back. And I think, and I really hope that they do not necessarily a one-off, but only have him back for the short period of time and be like, all right, here you go, Brock. We'll keep you to the end of this year, and then you go away again.
Well,
because if they sign him to a big deal, that's gonna be a waste of money.
Isn't that the whole reason why he was away, was because he was a part of the allegations?
Yes.
But once he got cleared and stuff, and they were final, he actually has nothing to do with this.
He is still listed on the lawsuit.
Well, we'll see. Because I'm not going to go too deep into that because I guess my question is this, and this is to you guys and the IWC out there. Wasn't it? Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong on this, but wasn't it Janelle Grant that had a contract, and it wasn't until she didn't get paid that she started throwing a fuss? I mean, I'm just asking because I guess I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know what kind of lawsuit it is. I know whatever. I don't know. I just think it's. But after talking to Matt and everybody, I understand that. I guess I'll be okay with it. I just wish there would have been something. Maybe there probably will be something big to see John Cena go off.
Mm-hmm. There will be. It will. There's going to be something nice and big to go at. And like you said, Matt, I would just love it. Just for 1 week, let Edge come over to play.
You think you know me. Oh, place will go bonkers. But all right, now we have 5 minutes. And we could cover this next week once we have more stuff. But what do you guys think about the ESPN deal?
So I love it and hate it at the same time. I guess I have a love-hate for it just because I did the whole ESPN thing. Like, I actually had it free with my previous company I was working for. So I was like, okay, sweet, I got that. But when it came to the UFC pay-per-views and everything, I still had to dish out $72. And I was like, what the hell, And it was every time, no matter what, you had to pay for. And so now you have to pay $30 for the subscription. And I'm guessing, I'm hoping I'm wrong, you have to pay an additional whatever for the PLE that comes out.
Well, I had heard that if you are a subscriber to the Hulu Live or Comcast TV Live or whatever, the subscription that has ESPN and that kind of stuff, you are going to be able to use your login credentials to log into that app and use it and get it free.
And that's about $80 a month. I think 80 or 85 for Hulu Live.
Yeah, that's what we have. And because we don't have cable, we just have Hulu Live, and because it's cheaper for us to get that because cable doesn't run out here because we have to get satellite, and it just sucks. DirecTV is a piece of shit.
Yeah, I agree with you there. And yeah, see though, because I have the Hulu, the package with Hulu, Disney, and Max.
Yep. Oh, we have Hulu, Disney, and ESPN. So, because I love my football, so I can't go without my football.
I'm still able to watch football.
But so this kind of putting a wrap on this. Thank you, Cody, Matt the Duelist, Ryan Sarda. Serda, I probably butchered his name. He's one of my boys from way back. Thank you all for stopping in, chatting. And again, thank you, Rico. Thank you, Scott, for being here with us. And just a lot on a Friday afternoon, just talking wrestling can't get any better.
So next Friday, Next Friday, 12 o'clock, right? Noon, 1 o'clock Eastern?
Yes, and we will have our fourth member. Reese will be back. He couldn't make it today due to other obligations that he is dealing with tonight. I think he just had plans to go out with his boys over in the UK. Can't fault him for that, And our show will be back. Him and I have Blood Feud Radio Tuesday afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Then the premiere episode. Rico, you are cordially invited if you have time and want to next Thursday to come on and talk and give your opinions on this coming seasons for college and the NFL. 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon Central. Right here.
Oh, dang it.
And then, of course, we're back here a week from today to talk more pro wrestling with everybody. And again, guys, thank you for the support. Thank you guys as well.
Good night, guys.
See you.
Generals gathered in their masses, just like witches said, black masses. Evil minds that plan destruction, sorcerer of death's construction. And the fields and bodies burned